Alright. Let's do this. Okay, let's see if this one works this time. Just gotta do a couple more things. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. I just gotta make sure all of this is working. Alright, it seems to be working. Alright, so plan, I'm gonna draw until about 6 o'clock, maybe, not 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock's now, until about 7. 6:45-ish, maybe, max, I don't really know. Finishing the frog animation, which requires me to give him ears, because I did forget to give him ears yesterday. And then do the color and shading, which should be pretty easy. Giving him ears might take a little bit, just because I already added all the keyframes for that, but it really should not be that much of a problem. And if, depending on how much time we have left after that, I'll make some duplicate animations to do other little idle things, like looking around or scratching his face and something like that, to go along with him sitting there, because honestly, this was supposed to just be like a prototype, but I'm starting to really like how it's turning out, so I don't know. We shall see, indeed. I cut my finger this morning, so I can't use my phone at all. So, just posting a story. Attempting to, at least, with one thumb. Was a way to make just a link on a story. I'm sure I can figure it out. Draw stickers, text, more style, whatever. I'll just do text, and it'll be really clunky. It'll be really bad, and we'll learn from there. Maybe it'll turn into a clickable thing. All right. Everything should be in order now. Posted to the Instagram story and on the rest of it. Just to be clear, I did not draw the frog before you. This is a screen grab from a Beetle Moses comic, which, if y'all haven't seen Beetle Moses, he's on Instagram. I think he's probably on Twitter too. He's great. Really hilarious. I love the way he does expressions. They're very, very inspiring. Yeah, so that's Beetle Moses. I'm going to get everything. I should have got all this set up, you know, but that's just how the world works. Sometimes you forget to do things. Let's turn Jickers back on. There he is. Hi, Jickers. What's up, buddy? which, I mean, it's me, but he's cute, little guy. And hide that. Hide that. Look at how good we're doing. All right, and 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna switch us to the Wii music again. Look at that. Beautiful transition. All right. Yay! Beautimus. Perfect. Fantastic. Fantasticallegorical. That's not a word, but it is now. Okay. So, where we left off yesterday, this is what we had. So he's gently breathing. Then every 4 seconds he blinks. So, for this, I'm thinking I might make his leaf move a little bit. Just like a gentle rise. Maybe it goes up and down twice through the course of the 4 seconds. Yeah, I think that should be good. Just a very gentle... I don't want his body to move. It's because that's not how frogs work. They don't really, like... They don't have idle animations, really, so it's kind of hard to do this. Alright, so what I'm going to have to do, though, unfortunately, is I will have to delete all of these, because I forgot to clone them from the originals instead of just copying. So, but I also need to just draw the ear anyway, so. And you know what? For this, I can actually just add another layer. Look at that. For just the ear. And it'll be the ear layer. And it will just say, make it orange, why not? Ear. Beauty. Look at that. We were at 21. That's right. I wish there was a way to save all this data so I don't have to reset it every time. Okay, look at that. So much better. Now he's got his ears. He can hear. I'm gonna make them slightly bigger. Now begins the process of endless perfection. Here we go. Alright. Let's do that. Beauty. Now he's a real frog. And so that one just exists. It just sits there, right on top. I think for the leaf, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna cut the leaf out of these frames on the body. And I guess I'll leave it like that, and then I'll make a new layer. Get blue, just to be simple. This will be leaf. Look at us. Our caveman brains be expanding. Whoa. Okay, so now got the leaf, ear, body. Okay, so this guy needs to... I'm just gonna do this. Because it goes... Oh, because I didn't... I forgot to copy and paste the leaf in. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's see. What did I add? That was bad. That's what I added. That was bad. Okay. Oh, there's an edge there.
That can just stay there. Was I trying both layers, huh? Whatever. This should not be below that. I don't know how all this stuff happened. Oh, I made a copy of... Duh, what am I doing? Of course I made a copy of the body. Dumb. Alright, so this is Leaf now. Body... I'm just gonna... If I connect it down this... Beauty. Alright. No difference. No changes. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So the eyes are done, right? It's just the blink. Yeah, it's just the blink that we do with the eyes. So we'll do the color for that at the end. Leaf. I think I want to work on the leaf now. So let's see. Up, down, up, down, up. There, perfect. Perfect timing. Maybe this is the up position. I think this might be the up position. So, Mississippi. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh, duh, I could just do frame 15. Idiot. 15. Frame 1 is leaf down. I think I like this, though. Just a little bump there. So, how does that look? Okay, so that does not look good. That is... Here's why. 'Cause it doesn't line up there, duh. Hopefully that doesn't move the entire layer. Does it move this frame? No, it doesn't. Look at that. I thought it would. We channel music was so good, man. It was so good. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I forgot to turn on the stream. No, I didn't. Oh, I'm just behind. Gotcha. Let's figure this out. Why is that so far behind? Okay, my preview is just frozen. Nice. All right, little mini heart attack there. All solved. All figured out. Nice if these rows were also color-coded like these. Honestly, that would be pretty fantastic. So, now we just need to fill it out. Halfway point. Let's make it... No. Make it blank. Hold on. Auto key blank. Duh. Oops. At some point, this will have to disappear. Maybe I'll start that now at frame 7. That's... Also don't know if it should be a consistent up and down, or if it should be... It kind of quickly pushes up and stays there, and then quickly pushes down and stays there. I kind of like that idea more. But we shall see. With the frames we make, we can do either one. So I'm not too worried. Yeah, that's good. I like that. This pleases me. The real question is, does it look good? Okay. So I need to round this out a little bit. Whoops. That does not need to be so weird and lumpy. His angle's not changing. He's just laying flat. I guess angle respective to the viewer specifically. It's not pivoting along the z-axis, I should say. For those nerds out there. Write an L in the chat if you're a nerd. Right there with you, man. Let's I think that maybe it moves too much, but let's try to do one more transitional one. I kind of want to start it so that the tip swings a little bit. If that makes any sense at all. Okay, so that's wrong because it's too thin here. Beauty, beauty, beauty.
Well, beauty. Welcome, Buckets. Thank you for joining.
Alright, let's get this. Those who don't know, Buckets is a registered drug trafficker out of Albania. For some reason, he pinged my name, and, like, he thinks I owe him money. I don't. Definitely not, at least. I think. Maybe? I don't know. But he's been kind of hanging around my content. It seems like a kind of nice guy, besides the fact that he's a registered drug trader. So yeah, just be nice to him, because you don't want to be on his bad side, you know. Okay, and it deforms more, but you know what? Let's fix it, because I want to. That's the problem. It's too round. Wow, look at that. It's perfect. It's amazing how easy you can solve things just by doing it again, you know? I don't know how many things you can solve that way, but with art you can. Don't like it, just try again, and then you might like it slightly more. And less fine-tuning's a little bit unwise, but if that's what it takes to get to a beautiful product that other people enjoy, and you enjoy, that's fine. Gotta take the steps. I just want to try, because I'll have to do more frames of it. Okay, so what's wrong about this? Let's think about it. So this would be good if it flips, if it starts flipping here. Because this is stopped, so I'm going to make this frame. It's going to be kind of the beginning of the thwip. There we go. Okay, so it's going to start thwipping a little bit. this fine tuning. Beauty. Beauty, beauty. Fantabulous. Okay, so then the next couple frames are gonna have to be the leaf hitting critical mass. On and eraser still. Okay, whatever. I don't want it to flip all the way forward, mostly because I don't have space for that. Let's just make it a little bit. Like it bounces up. And I'll fix the... Actually, I want to fix this now, because this is bad. Because it's shaped completely different when it's down. I could go behind, because that's how it would. Just not at that angle. Beauty. So, for anyone watching, drop in the chat how long you've been drawing for. I want to know. I know a lot of people who have drawn their whole lives. Most of the big artists, or not big artists, most of the artist friends I have, they've been drawing their whole lives, so they just never stopped. But then I've seen a lot of people who have only recently started, and they're pretty incredible too. So that. Just gonna make it poof a little bit. This sounds vaguely Tomodachi Life-ish. This is the forecast daytime is what it says. There's something about that leitmotif that's very... Oh, no, it's not Tomodachi Life, it's Wii Sports. Do. Interesting. Okay, so that is not much of a change. But it loses the whole bunk in there, which I don't want it to do. It becomes way too narrow of a curve. I don't want the leaf to morph like friggin' Venom. It's not a symbiote. Come on, buddy. Just need it to slightly move there. That's perfect. And honestly, we're probably going to listen to this whole playlist twice in a row. Because I really don't feel like finding another one right now. So I hope you guys like the Wii channel music. It's freaking good. There's no reason to not like it. And if you don't, that's your problem, and you should really look deep inside. Ooh, I haven't been doing the white or the what do I say, black section of these at all, have I? Let's just make it the same. How about that? It doesn't have to be. This is going to be mostly hidden behind the ears, so... Not ears, what are these? Eyes. The one where they're closed, though, this does need to be completed. Realize now. I don't know how I'm going to do the color on these, but might as well make them look complete, you know? just in case the color shows. Alright, so the last like 3 frames I think are too similar. But honestly, it grows. That's no good. So here's the question. What do we want his base to be? Do we want it to lift up and sit like this usually, or sit like this and then go down? That's the real meat and potatoes of it. Alright. 5. 4, sorry. Let's see. So, it's not horrible. Obviously, there's a lot of cleaning up that could happen. So let's set it to 8. Nope, 9. And I'm just gonna do the long, arduous copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. I was right, it was 8. Never doubt yourself, kids. So what is that? Why is that bad? Why is that bad? What's bad about that? The weight of the leaf. It's not rolling backwards behind him. It looks like it's rotating from the axis, like right in the middle there. Oops. When it should be kind of folding, it should kind of look like it's folding backwards, but as it is, it kind of looks like it's just rotating, you know? So, I think we should scrap every single one of these and maybe actually use some bones and figure out what we're doing here instead of jumping in from absolutely nowhere and guessing, because usually that doesn't get you very far. What's the default? I think this is the default one. Yeah, that's the one I wanted. So you are going to be back at the beginning. Remove all of you guys. Keep it low so I can easily watch it. Okay, so let's try something else. I don't think this is the original one, but I like this posture a lot better. Let's try something else. So, for this one, we are going to make him, I don't know, I think it just needs to move up and down a little bit. Just a very gentle wavering. Man, I'm just rocking out to this one. Doodle. Which Wii channel? Hold on, I gotta geek out real quick. It's the photos channel while you're doodling. Yeah, I never really played much with the Wii channels, you know? I wish I had. Some of these were really cool. But alas, I never did. Maybe I'll pull out a Wii somewhere and try again. We had a Wii in this household, I just don't know if we still do. I'll have to test that. So, let me see. Alright, I got distracted. Where were we? That's right. We were doing the leaf. So, what's the extent that I want it to extend? Because that last time I ended it kind of at a midway point, and that was confusing. I think just a little bit. I'm stupid. I just need to add a little layer here. And have this. I can do the tip. What arc do I want? So this is kind of the highest. So let's do that. That arc. Maybe a little bit less. It'll have to be kind of a really hard one for this one. From the center of that, I want it to go a little bit like that. And this edge. I guess if that goes all the way down there, it should go down like that. And this one, just kind of a slight angle down like that. There we go. That's so much better. So let's try this. I'm learning just as much as y'all are, which probably isn't a lot because I don't know what I'm doing. But you know what? We'll figure it out. I want you to be purple because your construction layer. Alright. Wait. How many frames can I do this in? Okay. Chip there. Chip there. There. Okay. There we go. I like this already. This is great. So if we can do it in so few, that would be epic. So recovery one. Oh wait, no, we should do, because the tip needs to travel more. Okay, we'll see how this works. Just these 4, because that'll be like a little spiral, nice and elegant. All right, so number 2. It's kind of a bop too. Which one is this? Oh, still photo channel. It's just a different part of it. Beauty. I love discovering old things that aren't even really that old, but it's just something I never encountered before. I love it. That should be good. What am I doing? I have a Bezier curve tool. Does that work? Okay, it's a little jank. Let's try this. Can we just have this one? Oh, yeah, because I have it on loop. And shuffle. Die. Alright, let's try that. There we see. What? Just making noises now. I didn't think about that. Okay, so the problem, immediate problem I'm seeing is, you probably see it too. The leaf tip stretches out. The rest of it all rotates, except for the leaf tip. And so the leaf tip needs to stay curled, just like the original. So I'll be loosely following the arc. There we go. Okay, so let's try that. It fattens a lot. So this edge moves more than it needs to compared to everything See, that's better already. Beauty. Okay, I'm liking this better. So let's try this one now. I want to hand do most of these. Whoops. I do wish I did have a slightly larger monitor. I feel as though things could go a little smoother sometimes. Right now I'm on a Canvas 12, which is great for most things, and I do like having a smaller space to draw on, but at the same time, you need to be lower. At the same time, it's a little restricting sometimes. Mostly when animating, that's the biggest problem. Because it's, you want to use a lot more space for animating. Just to be a little bit more efficient, you know. This is gonna look super jank. I'm just gonna do this one by hand too. See, look at that. Full single stroke for most of it. Then I corrected a little bit towards the end. Beauty. Look at that. So, I am abandoning the original arc a little bit, but that's fine. Who cares? Not me. Just slightly migrate you a little bit. Make this, once again, not squish quite as much. This is narrower for longer. Beauty. Look at that. I think that's perfect, actually. Okay, this isn't moving enough. But maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. It just looks like this section is sticking. So what I'll do is I'll actually expand the cheek here. Because it's kind of flat in this frame. See, look, and now it moves. So for this one, I didn't even do any guidelines there. Oh, and this keyframe, I didn't delete that little section there. That's should be fixed now. Okay, back to the leaf. On you are gonna go. Because I need to kind of go in a circle. Or maybe not. Maybe not. As I arced it, it'd have to go in a circle. So I'll have to do another bundle of frames, bringing it back up. Or maybe I could just make it go boomerang. We'll see. We'll see where we land. I like this. I think it'll work just to kind of bounce it up and down a little bit. And I don't think he'll be doing this the whole time. Like I said, it's just going to be a little back and a little back and forth bounce. I want this. I'm gonna curl a little bit more. Yeah, that'll give us what we want. Tip will be kind of in there. want it to be really similar to this one. It's just kind of easing out of the movement now. So let's try this, honestly. Super simple, super similar to the last one. But this way I can bounce it out kind of easily. So it shrinks. That's not what I want. Shrinks and changes proportion. So what I don't want is whatever I just did. It needs to keep proportion. Wow. Okay, I think we're on something now. Once again, I made the cheek kind of stay in the same spot, so I'll have to fix that. I was saying cheek, I don't know, that's just how I think of it in my brain. Make it like less, there we go. Just like less than a line's width. Just to show that it's easing out of the movement. Beauty. Look at this. Graceful. Now that changes too much because I got the shape all wrong, but you know what? That's the idea, roughly. So I just gotta pooch it up a little bit. Do a little more pooch, you know. Maybe this is the end. I don't know. I want to keep looking. We'll keep trying. So, okay, that's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. Where'd that go? Let's just do the long, arduous process yet again. Okay, so that's not bad at all, like whatsoever. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. This, right here, that wiggles too much, the tip of the vein here. So if I can just like slow that down, maybe add a couple of tweens, and space that across like an 8-frame period. Let's, or I guess 16 frame, 15 frame, something like that. So that way it kind of gently lowers and raises. But yeah, that's the idea. Okay. I do want to fatten this section a little bit. Bend less. So maybe this is it coming back up. How about that? And then when it goes down, it smears this up. I could get behind that. So let's reverse the order here. Squinting my eyes at it. So then now, here, we would get... This is starting to go back down. I can even copy the veins from all these. just kind of slightly change the way the tip moves. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna doesn't matter if it's dirty if nobody sees it. So it's coming back down. Wait, hold on. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's kind of cool. At this point, both colors are mixing, so it's all yellow. I like that.
Gold, brown, whatever you want to call that.
Okay, this is really turning out well. I'll go ahead and sharpen that. Oops, sharpen that tip there. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining.
Hello.
Welcome to the stream. Right now, we're animating a frog who I don't know why his body's gone. Oh, because I carried the whole column. Whoops. There we go. So he's going to be breathing. He blinks once, and the leaf is going to go up and down like that. Kind of, well, duh, like that. But I'm going to make the tip kind of move a little bit, like a real leaf. So in this frame, the tip, I want the tip to be up here. So let's, oh, wrong. Ding. There we go. Get on the leaf. I'll figure this out someday. For now, I think animation is just fun. And I started working on a project that requires it, so now I kind of have to learn it. I've always enjoyed it. There's always been projects I've wanted to do with animation and things, and now that I'm learning it, kind of figuring out how to go about it, it's great. I did some character turnarounds. Oh, that's what that is. Wait, which are you? Okay, that's you. I was confused why that was here. Okay, so I'm just gonna just a little bit. Oh wait. Done. Huh? I'm so confused. Wait. Which frame are you on? Oh, I was just on the body again.
Yeah, it hasn't even been that long. I'm already going crazy.
Okay, next one. So I need the tip of this one to be up here. Honestly, almost right next to it. Not perfect. No, I just gave a spiel about perfectionism, but you know what? I can decide to ignore what I say to myself. Y'all have to listen though, and have to obey, most importantly. So better follow my stinking orders. Alright. This is looking good. This is looking really good. Of course, I don't actually know this, because I haven't looked at the whole thing yet, because I'm kind of afraid to. But I believe, positively affirm into existence the idea that this is looking good. So how does this... It needs to cycle back into this one somehow. Hold on. So there needs to be another frame at the end here where it's resting. Maybe just a lower frame. let's see. Yeah, because if I make it kind of... There we go. That should work. I'm not describing at all what I want to do, but y'all will figure it out. Should be pretty easy to figure out at least. Maybe not. Maybe my esoteric mind is too much. It's got to be pretty close. I think that might make it even lower, actually. So it's kind of swinging down. Yeah, I like that. Alright. So I just need another low one like this. Oh, I just gotta change this frame. Duh. Just make it further down. This is something when I was doing the, I've done some turnarounds and a little bit of motion stuff as practice. And that's something I often messed up is I'd start a frame static on a loop like this. And that's not good, because if you start the frame static, then any movement that you add to it later with the rest of the animation is not going to look right. It's going to look kind of forced. That's exactly what we had here. I started the base frame of this completely static, like there's no movement here. And then oh, I love it. This is looking great. So this last one, just make it squash even more. A little bit less. The tip to be even further down, actually. Let's even make this squish a little bit more. Bow that out a tiny bit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just bow it out, make it kind of bump. Just a very subtle squish out. Squish it down for the rest of the arc. It needs to be curved down. Right now it's kind of straight like the rest of them, but this can be repaired. And I know, I should probably use the basic curve, but sometimes it's more frustrating to set those up than it is to just draw the curve. But maybe that's just because I don't know how to do it good enough. I don't know. Alright, so let's try this. Why is this wrong? Hold on. Let's make it in frame 6. Alright, so what's wrong with this? What is going on with Froggy? Good grief. Why is your body disappearing? Oh. I accidentally created a keyframe of that. Okay. Okay, so that's actually not bad at all. I just need to fix this section. But it's really not terrible. Honestly, I think that's great. I think that might be done for now. I mean, I may come back and tweak it later, but I think this is a very... I just want to make it straighten out a little bit more with this one. What's that arc? It's just kind of going zigzag, maybe a little bit of a curve. Yeah, so like that. That's a pretty straight curve. This is going this just slightly. This is a pretty wide arc, honestly, compared to the actual tip of the leaf. Alright, let's add all the black back in first. All his mask stuff. Wait, which layer is this? Ugh, on the body again. Don't know how that keeps happening. So that should be good. Okay, so these two again. Why? Does that keep happening? Whatever. Right. Oh, that's why it keeps happening. Nearly done. Just this last frame. And now let's try it again. Oh wait, there's still one that doesn't have it. This is honestly great. I think I'm gonna just copy the mid-ribs on these ones. I'm gonna shorten these just a little bit on all these so they're not identical to the frames they're copied from. Let's try that. That doesn't work at all because it lengthens back out. This one needs to have a shorter rib though. So why does it look like it shrinks even though... Oh, might be because this is so much more narrow. Alright, that's better. Much better. Alright, so what can we... The breathing's gonna be more rapid, of course. Might... I think for one of the idle animations that we'll probably do in a different stream, maybe tomorrow. I want his cheeks to pooch out, so I'll have to separate those from the body again. I'll probably just whoop, whoop. It's kind of like that, which I realized I didn't do that with my mouse, so you can't actually see what I meant, but just a little expand his little cheeks, maybe croak a little bit. Okay, so what's throwing me off is this. It bump, 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 bump. Okay, so is that the peak? Yeah, so the peak of it bumps this too far. I don't want that to happen because it looks bad. Keep it consistent with the rest of them. try that. I love it. Okay, so now we just need to fix this jittering a little bit. I want it to not do that. I want it to stay pretty dang consistent. So it just comes down on these last two. So instead of raising it up on all of them, I'll just raising down on all of them. I'll just bring it up on these two. Problem solved. Like, I know that this is a jazz remix of all this music, but so much of it was already so jazzy too, just on the Wii. I don't see anything else on this to edit. I'm deeply pleased. Well, besides, which one's blank? This one, besides this. Somehow that didn't save. Alright, let's try it. Hold on. Going way past the rest of the head on that. Guess I'll probably have the eyes in front of the leaf, which I do already, but... Alright. Big view. This is probably going to be... Hold on, which of you has a dot still? You. Alright. Try again. Speed. I might, honestly, I'll make the leaf go slower. And then he'll breathe faster. Maybe. We'll try it. Just space them out every other. Let's try that. Okay. 60. Should probably be 12. Just to be sure. Nope, didn't want to move the hole. Sometimes computers and programs make me quite angry. This is not one of those times. It's just kind of a mild confusion sort of deal. But alright, and bring that back to 100. I love this. I think this is good. I might make it lift. Let's try that. Okay. Okay, I actually kind of like that. It's got a little bit more rhythm to it. Okay, I'm liking this a little bit less now that I've changed more. It used to fall pretty quickly. Yeah, I'll just stick with a fairly even distribution for now. I can always change this, but I kind of like it just consistent. Alright, this is beautiful, and I'm very proud of this. It only took me an hour. A little bit less, because I started streaming almost 10 minutes in, I think. So, it's been just under an hour. Let's see, what else could we add? I can't really think of anything else to add to this. Possibly... I really want to just dig right into color, but I know that's probably not wise.
Because what'll happen is I'll start coloring and then I'll notice a huge problem with the lines or something, but despite me saying that, I am gonna color now. So, last thing we'll do on this is I will do just the base flats. And in the thumbnail for this stream, he's got different colors. This is a very normal thing. This character... Whoop, why are you on top of the body? Oh, because I'm on body. Alright, I'm just going to lock all these ones that I'm not actively using. The idea, one of the big things in the game is I want the character to be able to change color. Or to be able to pick a couple different colors. The default is kind of like the red-eyed tree frog look that I showed a couple streams ago. And that's what I'll be drawing today. But the other alternates would be like a strawberry dart frog, a milk frog, probably a bullfrog or something like that. Just other fun things I might add, like a tiger leg frog or something like that. Something simple. I mean, this is not going to be a 100% accurate depiction of a red-eyed tree frog, of course. Ooh, I might actually be able to just use the body color for the whole thing. That would be awesome. That would be really, really awesome, actually. Let's see. Put some flats down. Kind of the same color as the background, honestly. So green beets. Phantasmalus. Alright. Maybe make his ear light. Yeah, I mean, I think real tree frogs have light ears. Go ahead and make his cheeks. Just for now, let's make them light. Probably change it later, but the backpack's gonna be blue because I don't have enough space to put the blue and yellow stripes from a red-eyed tree frog on this. So instead of clouding his design with a bunch of tiny stripes, which would kind of distract from his cuteness, I've resigned to put the blue and the yellow on his backpack. So if you look at red-eyed tree frog, they've got really cool colors. But they've got these neon red and not red. What am I saying? They have their neon red eyes, but the neon yellow and blue like inside their legs. And it's a very cool feature that I feel like a lot of people miss when illustrating them, but I like to try and stay fairly accurate. Like that kind of darker. This is looking great. So this is, I mean, this is the body blanked out, and I guess we just gotta see if oh, okay, so on the next frame here, that green shows through, so I just gotta get the white right up to the edge. Alright, perfect. So that's awesome. We can use just a single frame for that. Okay, beautiful. So body color wise, there's a second frame here. You're gonna go die. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. If you don't think this is beautiful, that's perfectly fine, and you are more than allowed to not agree with me, but you're also wrong, and you should probably seek help, because this is beauty if you've ever seen it. Clearly some of you haven't. Okay, eye's gonna be locked. Now time for eye color.
Let's just choose a nice kind of blood orangey color. How about that? Perfect. I drew a pink once, and I liked those too. That looked really nice. But honestly, I want to keep it simple. Nice and recognizable. Plus, this guy's a boy. He doesn't need to be pink. Come on. Pink's for girls. Of course not. I have plenty of pink clothing, but let's just... I think I'll use this to... Yeah. No, I don't like that actually. Thank you. There we go. Beautiful. No, I got the perfect arc and then I screwed it up. Okay, this is actually better. A little bit less space along the edge. I don't want that highlight to be gigantic. And I'm not going to do all the intricate gold filigree that the red-eyed tree frog has in their eyes. Because that looks nice, but once again, just like the backpack, it's not worth it, including every detail from the real animal on this character. Because there's just not enough space. He's very simple already. And if I overcrowd it, that's just not going to be very visually appealing. No one would ever, if it had the stripes, no one would ever draw the stripes. Not, okay, I guess in fan art, but I guess it's a detail that would be forgotten. I guess would be the best way to say it. It's not a trademark of the character, so to speak. It's very just kind of there. His pupils, I don't know what I'm gonna do for his pupils. Probably kind of like a off blue a little bit. I don't know if I want to make a highlight. Let's try a highlight. Okay, yeah, I do like a highlight. Do I? Maybe just that highlight. Go around the edge. I like how his eyes aren't perfectly round. Honestly, they add so much character. I almost, when I was doing the line work yesterday, almost redid the eyes to make them perfectly spherical, but I think having non-spherical eyes is just kind of magical. Don't you agree? Probably not. I think it looks nice. There's probably a better way to do this, but you know what? I like the hand margined look. Gotta do that edge light manually, otherwise it's not real. Super close. Okay, there we go. So let's try a dark red first. Oh, I think that's actually perfect immediately. So real red-eyed tree frog too, like this is another reason why I don't want to go super hard on the details. Real red-eyed tree frog has vertical pupils, like a cat. Which, now that I look at that, that kind of looks amazing. I really like that actually. But it doesn't fit our dopey dumb frog look, so I will withhold on doing that. Let's see. Let's make the section and the highlight the same color as the dark spot of the eye. Big brain. Look at that. Beauty. So who all here is excited for Amazing Digital Circus episode, what is it, 7, 8? I think it's 8 that's coming out next month. I for one am very, very excited. Why is that here? Okay, So now I need to make a blank frame. This frame is going to be the same green as the body. So let's try this. I love it. Alright, so we do need to make the dark mask visible through here. So let's add that as part of it. I need to disable animating skin. Hold on. Oh, oops. Or I could just deal with it because I don't feel like looking how to do that right now. Honestly, I think that's good. Still got a little bit of the black. He blinks his eyes. Changes a little bit. Just like he's wrinkling up. Okay, perfect. Alright, now I'm trying to decide.
It's been 70 minutes. So let's see if I want to do the whole leaf. Because that's 8 frames. But that's also not a difficult 8 frames either. So maybe I will. I probably will. Alright, let's do this.
I do need to make a leaf color though. I'll make this one. I forgot to make this one. Make it yellow and make this one blue. Beautiful. Alright, leaf color. I want it to be very similar to the body, just so it transitions well. And maybe I'll make a fade later on, but right now I don't feel like animating a fade, so it shall stay blank for the time being. I'll probably, honestly, I kind of want to do just cell. I mean, cell animation, cell shading is what I'm going to do for this anyway. Did I make that on leaf color? Oh, no, I just made leaf color look like that, because I didn't make an animation layer. Whoops. Wait, hold on. Duh. This little light bulb. That turns off the onion skinning. Alright, leaf color. Focus, 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 checkers. Okay. I'm gonna make this a little bit leafier, kind of bluer, but also brighter. That's much better. That other one was kind of poopy. Okay. Numero dos. Did I really just get that in one swing? Woohoo! Look at that. Beauty. Okay, I did not get this one in one swing. But I got it mostly in one swing, so that's still happy with that. Can still see it all. Enough. It still works. This one sounds like Mega Man music. I like it a lot. Nice and slow. I think I screwed it up there at the edge. No, I didn't. Look at that. Can any of these move even slightly? I just let's be nerds, and I'm just gonna zoom specifically to be the exact height I need. There we go, much better. Oh, made a new frame for each one. Beauty. So I want to hear what y'all have been working on lately, because I know it's the new year, new project sort of thing. So a lot of people have been really busy on some really awesome stuff. I've seen some comics, some animation, some people are doing a lot of 3D stuff. So tell me what you've been working on. Always inspiring to see what other people have been putting their time into, you know? Sometimes it inspires you to try a new thing, you know? It's like, oh, this person just completed an entire watercolor mural. Maybe I should try that. That sounds like a lot of fun. And usually it is, honestly, even if you've never done it before. I remember I hated the first time I did watercolor because I didn't like how little control I had over what was going on. But as I got into it, I realized that it's actually pretty awesome. I mean, what is that if not a frog? He blinks a little too much, but you know what? That's fine. Right now, this is just, we're learning how to do it. I like this a lot. Look at that.
Alright, well, our time is just about up. That's 81 minutes, 82 minutes. Beautiful. Thank you all so much for showing up.
I greatly appreciate the viewership. I hope some of y'all have enjoyed this time. If not,
Can't really help you there, but
I hope you have a good day anyway.
thank you so much for